peace and light. I hope you receive that. I need you to receive that. I need you to understand how awesome, how amazing you are, right? Because today we are going to talk about the power about relationships and how a relationship can break you, crumble you down, or it can rebuild you, it can empower you, and it can catapult you into new dimensions of your life. So today's video, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and also make sure you guys share this video, right? The YouTube algorithm loves that, right? So I want this video to touch as many people as possible. And if this video does impact you in any type of way, right? Even if it's just getting this energy, right? Make sure you guys leave a comment down below. Send some heart emojis, right? Because I'm gonna push that right back towards you, right? Because the relationships that we all have and we all share currently today is the relationships that are a direct reflection of who we are, right? And now that today is Christmas Eve, right? Mm, a lot of us will be spending time with loved ones, ones that we cherish, ones that we hold dear to and close to our hearts, right? But I want to talk about something different, right? I want to go a little bit deeper today. I want y'all to understand, first off, understand why I'm even making this video. I'm making this video because I coach my clients. I've been coaching Herbalife independent distributors on building a business, and I've been coaching people on getting results right in the gym with products. And this is a way I can educate my clients and improve their mindset, right? And just give them a different perspective on something they probably haven't seen before. So, the biggest thing I need you to focus on, right? Since you are so amazing, since you are so valuable, the biggest asset you have is your mind, right? What are you feeding it? The relationship, what is the relationship you have with your mind, right? Like, let's break that down. Like, nobody tells us how to love. We are usually being shown pictures, images, visuals of so called perfect marriages, right? Hollywood, Disney, right? Love stories, whatever it might be. But I want you guys to understand the only relationship you will have for the rest of your life is how you came into this life. And that's going to be by yourself, right? And that could be scary for a lot of people because a lot of people can depend on someone else. And that's when it could be very detrimental to self. And you don't want to do that to self. So I always talk about two things, right? I'm always talking about the mind, and I'm always talking about the body, and really I'm always talking about the heart and spirituality. But that's a whole different episode for another day. But right now we are talking about the mind and the body. The mind and the body, right? And when we focus on the body, right, you have your brain, you have your heart, you have your gut health, you have your bone health, you have your teeth health, you have your ocular health, you have your heart health. You have so many dimensions alone with inside your body, and everything is happening all at once that you're not even aware of for yourself, right? First thing you should be doing is checking in with yourself first thing in the morning. I invite you just to breathe for 20 seconds, see how that feels, right? Feel the air go in through your nose and out through your nose. Let it go all the way deep to your root chakra and all the way out to your crown, right? Feel that. A lot of people aren't breathing correctly, right? People are breathing based off of the emotion that they're feeling, and a lot of people are stressed out, right? A lot of people are so-called they're in the thought loop of being anxious, too much anxiety, right? I get it, I understand it, but just understand that you are not the anxiety. You are the source that looks and that has the experience of having this anxiety, right? When you see it differently, that's when you become free, right? This is what these great beings are saying and how they're educating you, because you are not your mind, you are not your body, right? Think about that. But when it comes to your mind too, what relationship do you have with your mind? How are you talking to yourself? How's your self-talk? Is it dominated by positive self-talk, self-improvement, being a spiritual leader, being a servant leader, right? Being close to God, right? always saying how awesome you are, always telling yourself what you're going to do for people, always telling yourself what you're going to do for yourself? Or is that relationship with your mind negative? Is it beating yourself up because of your past mistakes that you can no longer control, right? Are you continuously holding on to things, right? Not a lot of people can sit down and meditate, but the more times you try it, right, the easier it gets, right? It's as simple as, an analogy would be, if I go plant a seed and I start to water it today, tomorrow, next week, the following week, am I going to be mad because I don't see a plant growing out of the ground? No. I'm going to be patient. I'm going to continue to build that relationship with that space in between the body and the mind. Because you are not the body and the mind. You are the space in between. You are the spiritual essence that is having this physical experience, right? That's what you are, right? And the body is an expression of that. And you have an expression out of this reality, right? And through the will of taking a thought out your mind and the effort and the action, right? Massive action, right? That's how manifestations occur, right? Y'all, this tea is so good. And I really want you guys to understand, when you focus on eating, drinking good, it's a ripple effect into other things. It's not just about eating good, it's about the ripple effect of what eating good does. It's about the ripple effect about taking care of yourself and seeing what that does, right? Because when you take care of yourself, you have a certain type of care for other people, right? You're more understanding, right? You do things in a way that benefits people instead of be a battery drainer, right? You don't want to be a battery drainer, right? If your battery is drained and if you're the type of person that is saying, I'm hanging in there, I'm barely making it, we gotta do some real stillness, right? Some deep breathing, and understand that you are more powerful than what you think you are. And don't let that situation and circumstance be greater than what God ordained you to be on this planet, right? Mm. We talk about having a good relationship with self first on this channel, right? If I'm not in alignment, how can I help other people get into an alignment for their fitness, for their mindset, right? For their spiritual growth? You can't. But all I could do is help guide you and put you on that right path, and hope and pray and manifest through the hard work of showing up every day and showing up as self, right? And how does self occur when you're out of school? Self occurs from your own programming, from your own routine, from your own personal habits, right? From your daily rituals. What does that look like for you, right? For me to get in to that flow state, right? It's some deep breathing in the morning. Then after that, 10 minutes of visualization, 10 minutes, maybe 22 minutes of deep meditation. Then I do 20 minutes of researching something, right? Learning what I want to learn. Audit what you're learning. Audit what information you're getting on the daily. 'Cause a lot of the information, short form content, right? Information that you're hearing is so valuable, but where's your pen and your notebook? Why aren't you taking notes to make sure it sticks 80% better inside your brain, right? Because a lot of times the short-term content is hurting our brain because our brain is producing too much dopamine and we feel like, oh my gosh, like I learned that and that was amazing. The visuals were great and I'm just so satisfied. Then you forget about it. And it could have been completely life-changing, right? So the best thing that you can do as a person is continue to work on yourself, right? And I hope that you guys get this message to work on yourself. And if you need somebody to guide you through this process, right? There's people out there. I'm out there, right? I'm looking for people that need that help. If you need that help, reach out, right? The link down in the description down below, we are having a 21-day body transformation challenge from the 5th of January through the 25th, right? Imagine going into the new year, instead of doing the same thing that you've been doing all year, or doing the same thing that you've been doing alone and not yielding any results from it, do it with the group. My best clients, fitness wise, right? If they've been struggling with, if you've been struggling with your weight, right? If you've been struggling with your self image, with your self confidence, your self resilience, your consistency, your motivation, right? My best clients are the ones that have accountability. They are, right? When you pay somebody your hard earned cash, right? You make sure you get that done, or you just don't care about it, right? Because I had both of the clients, and either way, I'll take your money, but I'm also not going to guarantee the results. I'm going to give you the exact plan for your height to weight ratio, for your exact mindset, for your cognitive type of ability. So that way you can actually have fun doing it. You can enjoy the eating when it comes to it, because you can look forward to eating, because something we're going to do every day is eat. So if we're going to eat every day, right? Why not make it good for your performance, so that way the relationship that you share with your gut health, right? As health coaches, we call this your first brain. Your first brain, right? How's that make you feel when you know exactly what to eat, compared to not knowing what to eat and eating however you want, right? Because I know whenever I'm eating properly, right, and I'm on my meal plan, I'm making sure that I'm getting all my macros, I'm making sure I'm getting all my water intake, I'm making sure I'm getting all my sleep. And now I'm at the point I don't even gotta count macros, right? I have it to where it is simple and easy and affordable for me, to where I can share this, potentially transform somebody's life, and also give them a business opportunity to make some money while getting a result. So if you're somebody that's out there, I just told one of the guys that keeps asking me for training, if you're out there and you're out of shape, or you're too skinny, you don't have enough muscle, and you want to be in shape, you want to have lean muscle, right? It's as simple as saying to yourself, I commit to self. I'm going to work on myself, and I'm going to lock in with myself first, right? Because when you lock in with yourself first, people and things, right, start to align with what you want, right? That reticular beta active system starts to filter out everything that you're not looking for, and puts the people and things in your life that exactly what you want. So you're not just seeing this video for no reason. There's a reason, right? There's a reason why you're watching this. Chosen, right? There's a reason why you're still breathing, right? There's still more work to be done, right? The greatest science project we will ever work on is the science project of ourselves, right? And I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful that I get to wake up on another day, spend this beautiful day with my loved ones, cherish them, honor them, right? Show up for y'all, give you guys this value, this positivity, right? This intentionality, right? And continue to work on self, because life is way too short and we all take it for granted, including me. I'm not perfect. Hello, right? But at the same time, the relationship that you have with self will be a direct reflection of the relationship you have with everything else, right? We keep saying these phones are the most powerful things in the world, but really it's the human soul, right? It's the brain, it's the body. We are the most complex biological beings on this planet, right? At this time. At this time, because AI is combining with quantum quantum science within the next year or two, and that's just going to be completely amazing. So I encourage you to think bigger for yourself, right? No more small thinking. What do you want to create? Create it for yourself, right? If your energy is good, right? If you're confident enough in yourself to say, hey, I can take my shirt off as a man, and I know that I look good and I feel good, right? And you know that you're strong enough to take care of your family, defend your family, right? And you're good. Pat yourself on the back, because there's a row of leaders that are doing that already, right? And you're watching one. So, with that being said, I'm gonna continue to show up for myself, because I'm at a time in my life where I realize the time that we live in is so valuable, and we will never get this time back again. And I don't want to not say something that could potentially impact somebody's life and just put them on the right path, right? Put them in the right tribe, right? The energy that they're looking for. But let me get some of this tea, because this tea's fire. Right now, y'all, we're looking to build wealth, right? We're looking to help other people build wealth, right? One of the best opportunities that I've ever done in my life was Herbalife Nutrition. Reason being because it put a direct mirror in front of my face, right? From getting the result that I wanted, and also leading other people to get results and help other people get results, right? It's one of the most challenging, rewarding opportunities that I've ever been a part of in my whole entire life. And I still do it to this day. You know, a father of two, about to graduate computer science, right? And being an entrepreneur, right? And still showing up no matter what. If I could do it, you can too, right? And just have to honor my ancestors, right? Like, being a Black African American, I'm not like my ancestors from Africa, but my most recent ancestors, right? My ancestors that were talked down on, were beaten, right? Then we have amazing African Americans that are still alive to this day, and their ancestors did all that so that myself and you and we can be the best that we can be, right? So we can be the best that we can be. So I don't want to go too long on this, but as I continue to show up, right, I feel more, it's more easier for me to talk, because I realize when I'm reviewing these videos, I'm forgetting things, and I don't want to forget things, but I did just want to touch on this subject because today is Christmas Eve. So Merry Christmas Eve. If nobody told you Merry Christmas Eve, you're hearing it from your boy Q, right? Make sure you guys check down the link below for some tea, also some cinnamon tea, right? If you need better, clearer thinking, if you want a tighter gut, right? You want a six pack, this is going to boost your metabolism. This is going to provide antioxidants. This is also going to give you a little bit of energy, right? It's also going to give you some focus, right? Cognitive, right? The most important thing, where is your focus? Wherever your focus goes, energy flows, right? So be intentional. Be intentional, just like I'm intentional sipping this tea today. Once again, y'all, thank you so much if you made it all the way to the end of this video. Hope you took some value with you today. Once again, please don't forget to like, share this video, because the YouTube algorithm loves that. And also leave a comment down below of what you learned today and how you're going to move into your life focusing on yourself, so you can focus better for others, your community, your state, and your country. Other than that, I'll see you on the next video. Salute.